does.
Awesome. Hello, hello. So today is the second Tuesday of the month, the second Tuesday of January 2024. So this is our first month, our first round of going through the weekly coaching calls for creating your real estate abundance plan. Hi, Kendall.
Hi.
So what does that mean? I'm downloading, first of all, and I know all of you, I think. And so if you're watching the recording and you don't know me, I've been a real estate agent for 22 years and I have been a successful career agent. I always average anywhere from 30 to 60 deals a year, depending on the year, depending on the market, depending on what's going on in my personal life. But I've had to create a system for myself because I'm a systems person. If I don't have a system, that crap ain't going to happen. And so through that, I found the freedom to flourish through real estate. And that's what all of my stuff is. I just share everything I've learned along the way, and I'm going to share that with you today. And so let me go ahead and share my screen. Every month I do what's called a real estate abundance plan challenge. And in that challenge, I go over all 4 of these weeks, all 4 of these platforms at once. And it's about an hour to an hour and a half. And that call is going to be on January 31st. And then that will kick off into our February weekly coaching calls, where every week we work on one of these different pillars to my system. So the first pillar is mindset. Getting the right mindset to create your real estate business, your dream real estate business that works for you, one that you love and want to go actually work. And, I could go on for a whole hour about mindset. And if you've heard my calls before, you know that's true. And then week 2, which is where we are today, we go over the foundations. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. The foundations, which are really the systems of your real estate business, the ones that you can't live without, the ones you need to learn inside and out. That was a rhyme. Automations, week 3, that'll be next week. We're going to talk about different automations to implement into your real estate business. And then funnels. I almost said my favorite week, funnels, but it's not my favorite week. All of them are my favorite because they don't work without each other. You can't go create funnels for your real estate business if you don't have your foundations set up. And your foundations, once you get them set up, you want to get them automated so that you're not spending your time in these 2 pillars. These are setup things. Once they're set up, you're able to go spend your time right here. But a lot of agents get stuck here and they don't have the confidence, they don't have the tools that they need to go set these up. And it's just this vicious cycle. So my goal is to help women all over realize this and create an amazing business. Just a couple closings a month, y'all, is all we need to have a successful business. You don't need all the deals out there. You need a few, and you can have them. I promise you. And if you just follow me through this a few months, and that's the beauty of it. Like, you're not going to have it all done in a month. I have people who have been on this call with me for years. Like, I've been doing these calls for about 2 years now. And I have agents who have taken it over and over. And that's why I do it. I give an hour of my time every week to help you guys realize this. Mindset, foundations, automations, and funnels. Without them, it just doesn't work. And another thing, it eliminates all of the chaos, the overwhelm, and the confusion on your business when you work on it this way, because you know every single thing in your real estate business will fit into one of these pillars. So let's just go ahead and talk about foundations today. And I actually want to I'm going to open up another slide deck that I did this morning because I want to share it with you guys. It was a buyer call. Kendall, I think Kendall was on here a minute ago. Oh, she still is. And I thought about that as I was doing that this morning. I thought I'm going to share this with my the people on my call today. So that's going to be I'm going to get to that here in a minute. But getting your foundations set up. This is you. This is your computer time. You get to be the one to decide what systems you're going to implement into your business, what your lead generation funnels are going to be. They can be specific to your personality. We'll talk a lot more about that in funnels, and in the slideshow I'm going to do here in a minute, we're going to talk about it a little bit too. But this is the creative part of your business where you get to take the time, sit and be creative and think about what it is you want to implement into your real estate business. What do these things look like? So these are the foundations in my business I cannot live without. Like, these are things that I use every day that I know if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I know I'm lacking in these areas. So the first one is your CRM. At Epic, we have Lofty. I did KV Core last year. For the past 7 years, I was doing KV Core, and I just had to switch over. So I'm still getting my Lofty account set up. But your CRM is where people live. Like, that is where their information is. And your goal is to go put out the pieces into the world so that they can find you. So super important to be using your CRM. Your VIP database, that is your spreadsheet that has all of your VIP people, the people that already know you, love you, trust you, and want to use you and want to send their friends and family to you because you've been showing them the business that you've been doing, or the kind of business that you can do, or just pieces of yourself. You've been telling your story, you've been doing your social media, you've been doing the marketing things that we talk about for your VIP database. Logos and colors. I think every agent should create a logo and have their colors, because you're going to be using Canva to create offers to post on your social media sites. And I think that it looks really good when those things are all aligned and look good. So super important that you figure out your branding. Not only that, but it'll help you build confidence and be proud of yourself instead of feeling like you don't know what you're doing. Because you guys, I can't wait to go over my other slideshow with you. But those logos and colors, I forgot what I was going to say. I got sidetracked. We'll get to it when I go over the other slides. Offers, I'm going to go over that in the other slide too, because I want to give you guys extra stuff today. Canva is where you create everything. That is where we're in Canva every single day creating marketing pieces to share with our clients, whether that be in an email, a newsletter, in a quick video. I do video every single day now and share that with my people on social media sites or in emails. Just whatever you want to do, you get to put your plan together so that you can figure it out. And just real quick, if you're a brand new realtor, you need to take all of the classes at your board of realtors. That is how you do business, using your MLS and knowing it from beginning to end, knowing how to do market reports, how to do CMAs, knowing how to create a search for your clients. Like, super important that you get updates from realtor.com, from your board of realtors. You got to stay educated and on top of what's going on in the market. I have a couple of people that I follow for different things so that I do that. One of them is my lender. My lender sends me the best information And one of the title companies that I use also sends a great weekly email with data. And if I just go through and use it, that gives me all the information I need to go do quick little short videos to send out to my people. So these are really some of the core systems that you need to be working on. If you are with Epic Realty and you're using Lofty, I do a weekly call every Monday at 11 Central on using Lofty, the strategy, not how to use Lofty, but the strategy of why we use Lofty and or your CRM. So if you are with Epic, you can find that in the cloud. If you're not with Epic, just figure out where you could go to learn your CRM if you don't know it. Every one of those sites has a help thing with all the classes. Just take the time, take a week and get to learn it, get to know it, know how to use it, and then you're done. Then you're done. And then you can set some automations up like campaigns, and then you move on to work on those lead generation funnels, the funnels. Okay, so with that being said, I want to jump over here to my other slideshow that I did this morning. And this is a real estate workshop in working with buyers and how to get buyers that I did. And I'll eventually find a way to kind of mix these two together. But right now, I'm just going to kind of go over this with you. And I think Kendall, who was on that call with me this morning? Kendall, I don't know, but doesn't really matter because this is being recorded. So I know a lot of you are going to be watching this recording, and hopefully this helps you kind of get a little bit more information about the offers. So I talked about in this slide offers. So what is an offer? An offer is the top of the funnel. It's the marketing piece that you decide goes at the very top of the funnel. It's something you create and share everywhere and learn like really well. You do the research, you know this funnel, this is your gig. And I want to help you guys come up with some funnel with some offers so that you have that to go off of. So your VIP database needs to be like the first thing that you do. Start adding people to that. In the meantime, the second funnel that you need to be working on is whatever you decide with this. So we're gonna talk more about that, about what your offer is and where do you get it and what do you do with it. So an offer is like a PDF, a workbook, some kind of item of value that you're going to offer someone who doesn't know you, somebody in the public. In order for them to get that piece of information, they have to fill out their information, like their email address, their name, their phone number. That's usually all I ask for. And then that is going to be either zapped over to your CRM or created in your CRM. However, there's all kinds of different ways that you can do it, and it depends on what platform you're using. But no, the key is knowing it can be done, because whatever platform you're using, you could go into YouTube and you could YouTube, how do I connect a landing page into KV Core, or how do I create a landing page to get a campaign going inside of Lofty? Like there's so many different ways that you could do it, but just know that it starts with the offer. And different places, I want to share with you a couple of different places where you could figure out what your offer is going to be. Inside of my link tree, there's a link to Listings to Leads. And Listings to Leads has a 21-day free trial with all kinds of information in here that you could get. And while you're going through that trial, they also have PDFs that you could do. So if you once I log in, these PDFs could be downloaded to your computer and then you could customize them. So this is a really good place to go to figure out what PDFs you want. Here they are, PDF guides. And then they have classes in here that show you how to get all these leads from these. And so let's just go look at the PDF guides. And it gives you content also. So you can create a weekly video talking about whatever that funnel is that you created. So your offer is the actual book, the workbook, or let's just call it a relocation guide. Let's do a relocation guide. Let me see if they even have, I don't think that they actually have one in here, but here's some divorce. Sorry, I'm gonna mute you, Sabrina. So buying new construction, down payment assistance, like these are all great funnels, you guys. Here's are some seller ones that you could do. You have to figure out though what your funnel is going to be. So I don't think Listings to Leads has a customizable relocation guide, but guess who does? Watch. Etsy. Etsy is one of my favorite sites to go to and purchase PDF guides. So you could go here and search for relocation guide. Relocation guide for realtors. Okay, so now look, they give you all these options. These are so cheap, like less than 27. Here's a moving guide. Just go through them and figure out, this is beautiful. So what these are, 17 pages, you have to customize it, but using AI and the tools that we have at Epic, or just AI, like you just use AI and go create an amazing relocation guide. If you live, now here's the thing though, you got to do your research. Do you live in a relocation city? Is it one of the top 10 cities in the country, or maybe 25? Is it a good relocation city? That's a good question. This ain't going to work for you if you live in an area where everybody's moving out. Like, and if that's the case, maybe you need to move too, because you're a realtor and you need to be in an area where there's actually some sales going on. But you get my point. So these are great. You just download them, you buy it and they'll email it to you, and then you upload it to Canva, or half the time they'll give you the link to Canva, and then you go into Canva, you edit it, you customize it, and boom, you have an offer. So whether you use Listings to Leads, these PDF guides, whether you get it here, that's all up to you. But first you have to sit down and have that private time and figure out, what do you want to specialize in? Like, I think that, I don't know, does anyone here specialize in VA loans, VA, working with military people? Like, Kendall, that would be a great one for you, because we're right here by San Antonio and we have all of our bases in San Antonio. So that would be a great offer. Get your VA guide. I know that Listings to Leads has one of those. So anyway, that's what I mean by offers. So let me go back, since I still have a little bit of time. I want to share this slide with you too. Buyers come from 4 places, AKA funnels. People you know, that's your VIP database. That's why you work it. That's why you do all of the marketing that you do, because if you do enough marketing, you don't need to do sales. Like, that's just a fact. I really need to edit that. I keep seeing it and I need to edit it. There. If you do enough marketing, you won't have to do sales at all. Like, this stuff will just come to you, and it'll sit in your Lofty. And that's what you need to do. You need to get into your Lofty and make those connections, and then send out a weekly email regarding whatever you hashtag them as when they come in. Like, you want to make sure that when you bring them into Lofty, that they have hashtag military or hashtag relocation. So then when you go to do a weekly email, you send them data that is important to them. And then you just call them, you get updates, you put the notes in Lofty, and you work it. And your number one goal as an agent is to bring those leads into your CRM and work them. It's fill your pipeline. You guys, I know you've heard people say all the time, the magic is in the follow-up. The money is in the follow-up. Fill your pipeline, fill your database, work the leads, and it will come. But are you getting the leads in there? And so these are the 4 different ways that you could get buyers. So referrals in your VIP database, the offers. You could create 5 different offers. You could have 5 different funnels flowing in and do marketing. But let's just start with one. Like one. Figure out what's going to be a good one. And then put that one out there. Another way is to purchase them. I like purchasing them when it's a good market because I don't necessarily like doing all the marketing. Basically, purchasing the leads is like you're paying Zillow or Realtor.com or whoever you use to do the marketing for you, and then you're paying for the lead. So yeah, they hit the bullseye when they figured that out and then sell us back our leads. But it is what it is. So another way is cold calling. You can do circle prospecting. You could buy a list from different list companies, and you could do circle and title companies. Like if you're interested in doing this one, reach out to me and I will tell you, I'll help you figure out a good list for your area. And sorry, I was looking at the notes. So circle prospecting is another one. So really, I'm going to share with you guys the homework that I gave the agents that showed up to my buyers workshop this morning. And if you don't have these things done, this is exactly what I talk about in the monthly call. So I'm going to figure out how to get these slides onto a new slideshow so that we leave these things with homework. But choose your source. What lead generation funnel do you want to do? Map out your plan. You have to put the steps into a thing. Purchase it. Figure out where you're going to create your landing page. You map it out. Just put the steps to whatever you want to create. Always start with the end in mind. Like picture it, kind of sit there and picture it in your mind, what you want to create, and then work backwards and just get the steps all figured out. And then time block your activities in your planner. So important to do this part, because if you don't, then you're likely not going to remember that stuff. Set up your Lofty or whatever. This was for Epic, but Epic Agent. So I put Lofty, but whatever CRM you're in, make sure you get it set up and know how to use it, and set up your VIP spreadsheet. As always, here is my link tree. It's just linktree.downloading. This is where I put all of the stuff that I use. Let me change this back to everyone, and I'm going to, there's the link tree. So you have everything that you need in there. My favorite planner. I just started my new one and I love it. I use send out cards. Here's the blank VIP database. So if you don't have one, you can get that and sign up for this right here if you want to join my next abundance challenge on January 31st and get reminders, and then join us every week. This is where it is. It's all in that link tree. So now we have about 4 minutes for questions. Do you guys have any questions about any of this? Because I would really like to go to my own coaching call with my coach. And that would be great. So I'm going to stop share. I'm going to stop recording.
Hi, Don.